Fox News Alert. We are awaiting a speech from Hillary Clinton in the key swing state of Ohio as new details are coming out about emails. All of that emerging. The State Department now says it has about 30 emails that may be related to Benghazi, Libya, where our compound was hit. And those emails are among the thousands recovered during the FBI's investigation into her private email server. Remember, Hillary Clinton said she had turned over all of her work-related messages. Watch.
We turned over everything that was work-related, every single thing. Personal stuff, we did not. And all I can tell you is that I turned over every work-related email in my possession. What we turned over were more than 30,000 emails that I assumed were already in the government system, Brett, because they were sent to state.gov addresses.
Sure, but there were some that were just recently discovered and turned over.
No, that was in the State Department, not in me.
Okay.
I've turned over everything. My emails are so boring.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm embarrassed about that. They're so boring. And so we've already released, I don't know, 30,000 plus. So what's a few more?
It is not likely she will bring up her emails on the campaign trail. Sandra, I'm coming to you first. I know you're anxious.
Because I'm moaning.
Yes. But Donald Trump is talking about it. Watch.
The FBI found thousands of work-related emails she never turned over, and then another 15,000 emails were just discovered a few weeks ago. Now today, another 30 emails were discovered by the State Department that Hillary Clinton failed to turn over. These were emails about Benghazi. It just never ends with the Clintons.
Former special counsel to President Bill Clinton, Lanny Davis, defended Hillary Clinton on America's Newsroom earlier.
She's asked the State Department to release everything from day one, not just recently, all 30,000. She wants the 30 released immediately because 4 Republican congressional committees who have examined the facts on Benghazi said, and I'm quoting, Hillary Clinton did nothing wrong.
Meanwhile, sources are confirming to Fox News the FBI is getting ready to release some materials contained in its report on that email investigation. Those 30 or so, some among them, now we're learning that the State Department says there will be a delay because they need until the end of the month to redact and get them ready. And so there is pressure. There's pressure now
should be.
to find out what do you need the delay for. These are 30 that people need to see, and they're short. And you were moaning.
Don't take back your promise. Come to me first. But that montage, props to our producers for putting that together. I mean, those are her words. And that is what we have heard all along the way. Meanwhile, Republicans continue to press for any and all documents related to Hillary Clinton, her time as Secretary of State. And it's still all that email thing. And I was looking at Julie while that montage was running, and I know you kind of gestured like, all right, it's more of the same. But this is what we look at, and this is what we heard and we're told all along. And then there's more, and then there's more. And Donald Trump, you have to reiterate what he said. It makes you wonder what is contained in the other emails that she attempted to wipe from that server. You are left with more questions than answers every time there's another email dump.
And that's a fair question. I mean, words like everything, never, those superlatives that she's using. You know, you have everything. I would never. I mean, as somebody who's given some thoughts and notes to candidates on messaging, what would you tell her now?
Well, no, actually, my shrug wasn't like, this is much ado about nothing. My shrug was, wow, that's
bad.
Props to Lanny Davis for the valiant effort to defend, but I really don't see how you can. You know, it's bad. And look, this is why I don't like candidates talking in absolutes, because because unless you really didn't kill the Lindbergh baby, you should never say you never killed the Lindbergh baby. I mean, the bottom line is, I shrug because there's no defense of this. I mean, the reality is there were emails. She never should have had the server. I've said that over and over again, and this is Exhibit Z.
But having the server didn't force her to not be honest about it. That was a decision. If that's what's happening, if this isn't like some memory lapse or something, if she wasn't straightforward with the American public, having the server didn't force her to do that. That was a personal choice.
Absolutely. And you know, Donald Trump nailed it when he said, it's like this with the Clinton. You get a Clinton in the office, this is what you're going to have. I mean, you have her husband as like the first president to ever be, you know, to have his license or his law license taken away. She's going to have the same thing happen to her. And
I didn't know where you were going with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We were all.
There are so many things you could have put in that
I
blank.
know. Sorry about that. But I mean, this is what you're going to get. If you bring Hillary in, the scandal will follow her. She will not be able to attend to the needs of the American people because she will have scandal after scandal after
opposed to
scandal to
Trump,
deal
who's
with.
never had
I love you, but I have a yes or no question. Do you trust her?
I trust her more than the other guy. How's that?
Yes or no?
Really? Is that your answer?
It really is my answer.
So it means you don't trust her.
It means, do I trust any politician to be 100% truthful
boy.
about anything? No. I mean, but look, again, I keep saying this, Harris. People are so sick of my saying it. I know it's a joke, but in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king for a reason, and she's running against somebody who I trust even less.
Does he drive a nice car, Guy?
Huh?
The one-eyed man.
Oh, nicer than the other guy, I guess.
The thing that drives me crazy, and with due respect to Lanny Davis, virtually everything he said in that clip is factually wrong.
It was difficult.
This is a woman who said over and over again, not only did I turn over every work-related email, my lawyers scoured everything, and we gave too much. We gave more than we possibly could have just to be safe, and the FBI said no. In fact, there were thousands of work-related emails that you didn't turn over, and it appears that some of them related to Benghazi, another subject about which she has lied.
I've just been waiting for somebody to talk because all those attorneys have secretaries. Those guys are not photocopying a darn thing. So who was handling material that didn't have clearances, and when are those people going to maybe come out and talk?
After the election, Harris.
Okay. Meanwhile, it looks like Hillary Clinton will have to answer new questions about her email scandal before the election. A conservative watchdog group, we're learning the name very often now, Judicial Watch, has submitted those 25 questions that a judge rules she must answer under oath and in writing by September 29th. They want to know, along their list, what did she try to safeguard, or why did she try to safeguard her email from hackers? Why didn't she? If she told the archivist about her secret server, if she destroyed any work-related emails, and who it was who she says recommended she use a personal email for official business. In May, a State Department Inspector General report said department officials, quote, did not and would not approve of the setup she had. So it certainly begs the question of whom would have recommended it. And the email scandal may be taking a toll. We're taking a deeper look at the numbers now. A new national poll has Clinton's unfavorable number hitting an all-time high, 56%. Guy?
It's an opportunity for her to be pulling away from Donald Trump, and she's not because she can't, because she keeps lying, and it's a drip, drip, drip. There was a report today in the New York Post, and now it's gone everywhere. We've seen the email. Apparently, months after she left the State Department, Secretary Clinton was still emailing classified material. It's now redacted by the State Department, a deal with the United Arab Emirates. So it's just one thing after another with Mrs. Clinton, which explains her bad unfavorable number, her bad honesty number. And when it comes to Judicial Watch, I looked through their long laundry list of questions. I think there's no doubt that she will be surrounded by a small army of attorneys as she parses through these answers. What I'm most interested to hear from her is her initial explanation for the existence of the server was convenience and one device. That's been blown out of the water. So they're asking her again, okay, now that your excuse is gone,
why did you do it?
Why did you do it, A, and B, you were warned twice about the national security implications of this server being unsecure. Why did you not alter your behavior? I want to know those answers. I think the American people deserve them.
So, Sandra, there are two things going on here. You've got her having to answer for those 30 or so that have come out. She wants to stall her team till the end of the month. And also at the end of the month, are those questions under oath due? That September 30th is going to be a big week.
There's likely going to be delay tactics involved, and they'll push this as close to the election as possible. And oops, did we not turn that in yet? And what have we said all along about this? There's no follow-up question. This is a take-home test. So she'll have the attorneys at her side, and she can answer this in the absolute best scripted way possible. That being said, what will we really learn from it? How's it going to affect the election? Harris, those numbers are unbelievable. Among all adults, her unfavorability rating up just 6 points in 3 weeks. That is a sharp spike, up to 56%, but Trump's still at 63% unfavorability.
But
registered voters, they're about equal as far as that.
Now, did you see, because I didn't see that he was moving farther north. His numbers have kind of plateaued.
No, his have stayed exactly the same. They have not moved while hers have gone up.
So that's a complicating factor because people don't like him. They still don't like him. People people don't like her and more people don't like her?
Well,
how does that happen?
Some of this is actually the convention bounce wearing off for her. Don't forget, her numbers drastically spiked after the convention, and now it's settling back.
Is the
to
shiny penny growing some green stuff on it?
The shiny
you know how
penny
copper
always,
turns green?
It always does after the convention. You lose the bounce. Trump just lost his a lot faster than she did because his convention was superseded by her convention, where they spent a week trashing him, so he never got the bounce necessarily that he would have gotten had he gone last. What you're seeing now is the settling into what you're probably going to see going into the fall.
Is it time for her to worry?
No, not yet, because the polls are still where the polls are, and right now she's still leading.
I hear caution in your voice, though.
By the way,
there's caution in my voice. Excuse me. There's caution in my voice purely because I don't think you should take anything for granted. Should she be panicking? Absolutely not, because the polls are where they are today.